I want to say that I wasn't born deaf. I was born hearing in Murang'a County. At that time, my mom was a farm worker, so she was always busy, and I would always go work in the tea factory, tea farms. Then sometimes I would feel that I wouldn't hear the words correctly. Then even at night I wouldn't see clearly. So a few minutes my mom would call me by my name, but I will not answer. So she would look at me and I will not focus on her. So I would look, and so sometimes I wouldn't be able to answer her. Then my mama realized that I had lost my hearing. So from that time, I started I started going to different hospitals, meeting different doctors. I would get examined, but they will not explain it very clearly. So I went to, I didn't have an opportunity to meet an ENT doctor. Then later, my mama accepted that I was deaf. So from then on, I started planning life as a deaf person. I was only 7 years old when I became deaf. So I wasn't aware of many things about life, because that time I was still learning about life. But after I became deaf, I just felt alone. I wasn't able to communicate with people. So I always felt that I wasn't able to communicate with the hearing people. Then my mama started asking friends if they could get help. I was moved to a deaf school. So in the school there was many normal challenges there. I remember one girl became a friend of mine in class, and then she started teaching me about deaf culture because she was born deaf. Then she started teaching me deaf culture and also sign language. Then in that school, when I was in class 4, about to class 6, I started feeling better. But my parents moved me to a hearing high school, but learning there was very hard. After high school, I moved to Karen College. Then that's where I learned about responsibilities in life. From that time until now, my life has been independent. The only challenge maybe I would say is that working with patients who don't understand a deaf person. Sometimes they see me and they don't understand. When I'm trying to explain something, maybe they don't understand. But once I started working and also cycling, later I met a friend whose name was Jack. It's him who taught me how to cycle. Many people with disability, many of them have depression. And I've seen it's very hard to help them. And many are committing suicide. So cycling helps with their health. So people with disability, it's very easy for them to reduce depression when they cycle.
Yeah, my name is Dr. Njoroge PJ. I'm a dental surgeon. I work at Riverside Dental Suit, which is a dental practice along Riverside Drive, Westlands. So it was a coincidence that I met Simon and we started working with him. I met him about 7 years ago, and when I met him, he was not a trained dental assistant. He was actually a casual laborer with one of the contractors, and where we were building our clinic in Lavington. So I happened to park where he was laying the cabros, and I said hi to him, and he never responded. So when he didn't respond, I took it personal. So I went to the contractor and told him, come you're bringing guys who cannot even say hi to people in the morning. That's when how I learned he was deaf, and I really felt bad. So yeah, I was a bit fascinated by the way he was working. I took keen interest, I think also out of the guilt, because I had already judged him. So it really interested me how he was able to work, yet he was deaf. And what was very interesting about his work is he was doing it very well, very perfectly. He was always coming to site very early, doing a perfect job. Rarely was he being corrected. So that's how I met him. He asked if I could he could help assist in the surgery when I'm seeing patients. And with the background that he had done a splendid job with the rest of the chores that I had given him, I just started slowly incorporating him into the team of the dental assistants that we had then. So I'd teach him, and he'd also learn from the other dental assistants. And finally, he became a very good dental assistant, although I was having problems communicating with him, because you see, he's deaf. I didn't know sign language. But because we became friends from that incident, you know, he'd bring me material of sign language, so I'd learn. But most of the time, we'd just communicate by writing, you know. And with time, we got to get a very unique chemistry, where he would understand what I want, and you know, do exactly what I need to be done. So it's been a journey of 7 years, of course, with its own challenges, but